Today we're back in one of our favorite locations, Big Sur, California, at a home that feels like it was grown from the ground up rather than built on top of this hillside. A 4-bedroom home, Casa Luna, sits on this hillside, designed by legendary architect Mickey Mooning, known for shaping much of Big Sur's organic architectural language. You'll see a lot of the curves, the arches, and nature-integrated design inspired by Greece and rooted in this landscape. We also have the 1961 Volkswagen Safari bus brought out, just leaning into the vibe of obviously Big Sur and all the artists, designers, and just free spirits that still live here. So this is kind of just a part of the history and goes really, really well with all the curves of this home. But I want to show you guys inside this bus. We've got 2 rows here, and this is why they call it a safari bus, because you can literally roll this top back, and it's just it's so cool.
It's so fun being up here.
Yeah, and we're gonna actually go hiking relatively soon today.
I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, we're gonna check out some waterfalls. Obviously, there's a lot to Big Sur than architecture. There's obviously a lot of things to do as well, including obviously the ocean. So that'll be a lot of fun, and we're gonna do that in the bus. So that's gonna be so cool. But that's all thanks to Monterey Touring Vehicles. We actually borrowed their Ford Thunderbird all those months back at Bien Sur, which was another one of Zak Freedman's listings, who's also listing Casa Luna. So he's got tons of cool properties in the area. And of course, now we're gonna start this tour here on the motor court, but we're gonna go into the main guest house. What are you gonna do?
I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
I'm gonna get ready for the hike.
I mean, look at this really quick. As Leah walks down, look at these arches. This is so freaking cool. I absolutely love all the different lines, and there's a lot of Greek inspiration that the owner of this home told Mickey Mooning, the architect of this property, to lean into. So he actually made Mickey go all the way to Greece, study the architecture, and come back and build obviously what you see here, which is Casa Luna, with all these curved lines, stucco finishes, and just concrete work to make all these organic curved line structures that we're gonna see throughout this entire home. So this is actually our little guest suite, and this used to be a garage, which they've been converted into what you see here. I mean, this is stunning. Concrete floors, the stucco finishing on the walls, just leaning into that Greek architecture that Mickey implemented into this structure for his client. Compact kitchenette right here. You'll notice that off-grid vibe and energy carries into the main house also, but check out all the different skylights and different cutouts that create privacy, but also let natural light push in to the space just above the main house. As you look up there, I mean, just the vibe and energy switch throughout the day as the sun falls, but we also have got panoramic views out these windows. And if you open up those accordion style doors, it reveals your little seating area that's partially covered by this overhang with these draping vines, but also that pop of red from the van, contrasting with the blue ocean. It's just incredible. I mean, it's just a Big Sur moment right there for sure. And then over here, we've got storage, obviously the bed and the wood burning stove, just leaning into that off-grid vibe that this space has. We do have solar panels just above here on the hillside that power this entire home. All the string lights and fans, just such a cool vibe, and obviously perfect for an art studio. Off to my left, this is kind of neat too. Notice a lot of curvature on the doors here. So this opens up, revealing your full bathroom in here. You'll notice the tile has that terrazzo finishing, very raw concrete look in there, which is really cool. And again, leans into the Greek architecture that Mickey studied. So we're gonna actually walk straight out to where we entered and go to the main house. And this is obviously such a big moment right here. This is where you lead up to the main house. Notice all the curve stucco finishing. This is all done in concrete. The vines that kind of cool you down as you enter into this lower space. The landscaping in this property is it's just so top notch. You'll notice all the fresh limes and fruits and blueberries throughout different sections and areas of the home. Look at all these half moon shapes. That's where Casa Luna kind of gets its name, right? From the moon and curvature. There's a side entrance here that you can go into, straight into the kitchen, but we're gonna step straight through the front door into the main house. But check out these curved lines once again. And then if you look back, you can see the Volkswagen, the bus right there, just incredible. That pop of red, like I've said. But now let's step in. The home's name, Casa Luna, as I mentioned earlier, meaning moon house, gets that nickname from all these crescent shapes that we just walked underneath to get to here, now at the main entry. Just to further lean into that name, there's a little crescent moon here on the front door as well. So just all these little touches and details, and just thoughtfulness that we'll see throughout this tour. But now, closing the door behind me, I wanna look down, and this is my favorite architectural line in the entire home. I mean, just look at all the curvature, the layering, the thoughtful lighting. It's incredible. Between the custom glass and the curved wood, and all these niches with all this greenery, which is actually all in a drip system as well. It's just incredible. And looking up, it's almost even better. But now stepping into this crescent-shaped family room and just gathering space, there's just a few spaces to walk directly out to these Big Sur views. And you've got one just off your casual dining area and the other off to my right. You could have these doors almost open year round here in Big Sur. I swear every time we come, the weather is just perfect. And just let that breeze come through these sliding glass doors. And off in the distance, obviously you can see the mountains, just the golden and just the green, lush green that we have everywhere here in Big Sur. But the Pacific, and then we also see the marine layer just above burning off in the distance. Just so stunning. But now I've been saying crescent shape over and over again this tour. And obviously here in the living room, we have that once again. And the whole entire philosophy here in this space is that the outside world is completing that circle. It's completing that moon. Obviously with the name like Casa Luna, that's what this home is about. So you'll notice the entire right side of this home has all these curved lines, and then the left side that's not facing these views is more traditional. So it's just a cool touch, right? So here in the living space, we have this white stucco on this cylindric fireplace, just leaning into that Greek architecture once again. And if you get eye level with it, you'll notice the copper detailing here on the fireplace. And if you go all the way back, there's actually a fox in there as well. So just a really cool detail that I wasn't expecting to see, and it's something I accidentally found while walking and touring this home. It's really cool. All these little Easter eggs you find once you're here. And then directly behind the camera, you'll notice another crescent window with just incredible views and sight lines of where we began this tour. A little casual seating area with another curvilinear window. I mean, some of these views in Big Sur just looks surreal. It doesn't look like we're on Earth at times. Just so much greenery, just crazy views. And I love the marine layer and just the clouds and fog that you see off in the distance. It's incredible. But now as we step outside, it's a great area just to come out, hang out in the evenings as the sun sets off to my right. And these steps will take you down to your 5 acres here on the property. So there's tons of lush greenery, like I've mentioned, lemons, blueberries. I mean, you could live off grid here. You really could do it. There's just so many great lines. But as we walk around, there's just lemons everywhere here. So you can just come out, grab some lemons or oranges, go back inside and make it a part of obviously your dinner or your breakfast or whatever you're doing that day. Look at all these little beds right here that go up. That's what Mickey is known for. Kind of started and popularized the idea of green roofs and that biophilic living. He really, really leaned into it here on this home. Notice all this weathering on the dining table. That's what I love about Big Sur. Just everything looks like almost like a lost civilization out here. It's really, really special. Everything just has so much soul and character. But now stepping inside, this is the kitchen. And I'm just gonna put this lemon back with our other lemons. I mean, we've got so many here, but obviously this is a very functional kitchen. All these windows open up. You're surrounded and just shaded in here. Just has a really good feeling to it. But you get done with this and you go outside. That's kind of the idea here. More of those windows, once again, just again shielded by lush greenery. The side entrance we saw, and just look at the curves here. And this actually steps us over into the living space. Do want to mention the beams once again and how it actually goes back up into these skylights. There's almost levels to this living room. And this is really cool. This is the actual book where he's got his life story and different designs that he's done in Big Sur. He's done dozens of homes here. He's one of the most notable architects in this area. And of course, we have this home that we're touring right here. And it's got some of the architectural drawings and renderings right there, which is super special. How do people experience this differently than a traditional, more box home?
I mean, that's a good question. It's so much more organic than living in a box. I mean, and the shapes, just the house has a flow to it. I mean, and it was designed with purpose. So, it maximizes passive solar heat. And, in terms of energy efficiency for being as old as it is. He was so far ahead of his time in making the home energy efficient. You know, we're so used to seeing boxy homes on top of the land. And you know, to have something that's like this organic flowing shape that just kind of grows into the land is just so unique. Spending time up here too, like you guys have got to spend time here. What's been your experience?
I've never been asked a question in this. I've never.
I would love it.
My favorite experience here, honestly, was laying down anywhere, whether it's the couch or the bed or the chair, just sitting here and looking at the stars.
Yeah.
That was, again, it's very few places that anymore that you can experience something with no light pollution.
Yeah, just you don't feel that kind of pressure from the outside world or your phone going off or.
Yeah, that's true. Because a lot of times you don't get service out here.
Yes, yeah.
Which is the best part.
Yeah, exactly.
That's honestly the best part about being in Big Sur is sometimes, at least for what I get,
Yeah.
I don't have service, which is honestly awesome.
I know. It's like most people would get anxiety thinking about being disconnected, but once you're down here, you actually welcome it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is so nice.
Now I'll continue the tour. I'm gonna point out a couple things. Again, the whole left side of this structure has all these traditional doors because they don't face the ocean. So this is more of the traditional approach, but still curves everywhere. There's really not many straight lines here in this home, except on the left side, which is really cool. But you'll notice the green marble is continued up here on the countertop and the vanity. All the closets are all curved as well on these pocket doors. It's really, really well done. Even the sink has this curvilinear nature to it as well. And of course, direct access to outside. So you could have this almost as a door where if you're hosting a party, they can kind of come in and out of. More of the exposed beams on the ceiling once again. Just, it's so well done everywhere you go. It's really exciting. And here, you'll even notice that custom glass we've been calling out and the curved wood. It's incredible. And then just picture frame views of the ridgeline underneath the tallest arch. It's incredible. I also love all the greenery that we've implemented inside the home. Again, all on a drip system, so it just kind of takes care of itself. Bedroom off to my left with that curved door, and then the more traditional door, which steps you into a full bathroom, which is really nice. You've got these curved closets with these pocket doors, which are really, really well done. And all these little niches and countertops are all done in that green marble. Curved sink, curved mirror, and the curved bathtub covered in that green marble. And I think that's another really unique thing about this home is that if you step into these bathrooms, you can also leave them here. So you have all these little moments just to get into the rest of the property as we are sitting on just over 5 acres. So it's a really cool idea to implement that as you're entertaining people, or if you just simply want to take a bath or a shower and just head outside afterwards, or as you're brushing your teeth, just go enjoy the morning. It's really, really cool. Now stepping back across the hall, we're gonna step into our second bedroom during this tour. You'll notice, again, the shapes, all in these crescent, again, half circles. And what completes these crescent or half circle shapes, right, is what's beyond these doors like I mentioned earlier. So if you open up these glass doors, you've got screens, so you can just let the breeze come in, or you can just walk straight out and just enjoy this patio space. You have natural rock beneath your feet, and you can go on a mini adventure on your 5+ acres here as this leads you through this beautifully maintained landscaping, just all the colors that are here. I mean, like I said, Big Sur does feel like a Dr. Seuss book at times. I said that in the Be In Sur video and I had some people comment on it, but I think it is true. I mean, if you look out, a lot of this landscaping just doesn't feel real with all the multiple tiers that we see here. It's really such a cool experience. But now heading back inside, I did want to point out the glass that we have here with the wood that separates it. Just creates a nice visual element as you step inside. Off to my right, you have another wood burning fireplace. But as we step out of this room, I want to point out that there is a little closet just behind the door. And we're going to keep going down these multiple levels. And just look at the way these elephant ear plants have wrapped up the staircase. It's so cool. And these slivers of light that come in. It really does feel like you're outside still, with all these big windows. All right, now that we're at the bottom, we can look straight up And now you're seeing the back facing of all these steps. So all you see is this warm orange wood as it goes all the way up to the main entrance. It's something that you honestly have to experience. It's really, really cool. But now coming into another one of the bedrooms, same idea with these crescent shapes. The exposed beams, once again, it smells so good in here. All you can smell is just the rich wood that this place has. More of those same custom glass windows and just the movement that it creates throughout the day. I'm gonna open up these again because I think a big part of this home and tour is experiencing what they've done outside. So obviously the architecture and the idea is really cool. So we gotta go experience what they've created out here. So another gathering place. And you see the backdrop here. This is where we just came from. And again, like I've said, it's tiered with the landscape. So you can kind of just explore this area. As we walk out here for just a moment, I did want to walk up this just to show you guys how cool this staircase is. It starts all the way at the top and works itself all the way down here. It's just incredible to look at. And just all the vines are just draping over all these windows. I mean, this is what Big Sur is about right here. Obviously, architecture and then these incredible views and the ocean just beyond. It's stunning. I cannot wait for sunset tonight. I think it's gonna be really, really pretty since the marine layer has now burned off. So all the different flowers and colors. It's so cool as we just carry on into the indoors once again. Green tile takes you all the way over here to the exit in the lowest level of this home. As you look up, instead of that green tile looking all the way down, we now see the backs of each step of that warm wood going all the way up. I mean, I almost like this sight line more than looking down. It's incredible. Both are great, but here you've got a full bathroom, another curved door on rollers, curved vanity in that green marble, circular sink, paneled mirrors with just incredible views of the Pacific once again. Everywhere you look in this home, there's really nowhere bad to look. You know, you've got picturesque views out of every window and cool architectural lines. Here in the deep soaking tub, green tile once again, draw yourself a bath and just open up the window and take in the views. There's nothing that beats it, there really isn't. But now moving on into the bedroom on the lowest level. Again, notice the door is rectangular and not circular because this one doesn't necessarily face the ocean, it faces the ridge line here. But you can open up these doors and explore the grounds here. Again, we're on 5 acres, so there's a lot to do. A big appeal and draw to Big Sur is not only the architecture and obviously exposed beams that we see a lot of times in these homes, but also the grounds here and up these naturally stoned staircases that actually outline the side of this property. There's multiple levels to get away off each bedroom like we've seen. Again, this is multi-level living. There's actually a shower off that main bathroom that we visited at the very beginning of this tour. And like I said, landscaping is a big part of Big Sur, which is incredible. Obviously, you're spending a lot of time outdoors here. Kind of have this mini amphitheater set up right here. Imagine putting a bunch of lawn chairs out here and just hanging out, playing the guitar. There's a lot of gathering that can be here, or just meditating, really. That's another big part of Big Sur, just the soul that it carries. And obviously, like I said, the people that it brings. The gardens, just off my favorite area. This is pretty fun. So behind this chicken wire are blueberries. So I may or may not have come out here a couple times and just picked a few. Like, these are so cool. I mean, these are as fresh as it gets. Like, they're so blue and obviously perfect just being grown here in the California sun. So yeah, they taste amazing. So that's another really big draw, obviously, to this area is kind of the off-grid lifestyle that you have. And we're actually gonna go off property here in a second and go check out Bixby Bridge, Pfeiffer Beach, and I think a couple waterfalls, and maybe hike a bit. And we're gonna do all that, I think, in the Volkswagen bus, which is gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, here we go. Woo! I got a line of people behind me right now. Right now we're literally on Bixby Bridge. We're going down to the beach, the waterfall. Obviously there's a lot more to Big Sur than just incredible views, but that's the main draw here. And then you've also, I mean, check it out. We're in a 1961 Volkswagen bus, and it drives a bit like a bus from the 60s, but it's so much fun. It's obviously, it's manual, and look at these incredible views. I mean, check this out. There's nothing like this. This is one of our favorite places in the entire world. So we'll see you guys down at the hike and of course the waterfalls too. I'm not exactly in beach attire. I'm wearing shoes and a cardigan. Oh, there it is.
That is so cool.
But now I think we're gonna go hike back up to our car and we'll see you guys back up at the house. There's very few places that you can go on hikes, go to the water, and then come back to your kind of like off-grid home. I mean, you really don't have many neighbors that you can see from Casa Luna. And then of course you've got this diverse landscape from lemon trees, the blueberries, and over here there's a weeping mulberry tree, which I have never seen before. It just, again, looks like a Dr. Seuss book. It looks just unreal, but multi-tiered landscaping. Again, the indoors has replicated what we see out here in nature. It's just such a good job complementing what we see outdoors. There's also an outhouse at the lowest point here in the garden area. Very rustic energy, very Big Sur vibe with the weathered wood. And this is one of the best viewpoints of the entire home. The staircase, the curved lines meeting the straight lines, and again, nature. I mean, look at all the vines. You can, in some moments, barely even see that there's a house here, which is really, really fun. Now here at the top of the property, just off our outdoor dining area and the plant beds, I mean, just the curvature everywhere, but the blooming artichoke really stood out to me. It just looks otherworldly amongst all these other plants here. It's so diverse here in Big Sur, but there's actually another structure down here, which we're gonna check out. We're gonna go across this curved staircase. There's just little lizards running around everywhere here in these fern bushes. This is so cool. So this is a very unexpected moment, for me anyway. Looking at it from the outside, I was like, okay, it's a little shed here on the property, that's cute, but there's actually, you know, exposed shelving here. I mean, everything is just so well done. There's even a little sink carved out of this granite with a little hummingbird on the handle. So I just thought it was a nice little detail, but we have more plant life in the flower beds. And again, this just has another Big Sur moment, just this weathered wood, just baked in the sun. And then inside we have this semi-transparent, kind of like blue stain. I love how the window frames came out when they did that here, but stepping in, we have that Greek architecture once again, and you can actually open up all these windows, just prop them open, let that coastal breeze come into this space. This space really could be anything you could dream up, an art studio, meditation, yoga room, I mean, office. I mean, this would be an incredible place to sit here and edit our YouTube videos and just get inspired by like the landscape. Like, it's incredible. And then just outside this window I just propped open is a little seating arrangement where you can take in the views and watch the sun go down. More custom millwork hanging above these two chairs. I mean, this is what it's about. Just being secluded on your own property, taking in views, the gardens, and just enjoying Big Sur living. It's incredible. But now I want to show you guys what this property is like here at night. Casa Luna is just as much as an experience during the day as it is here at night. I mean, look at these intimate spaces between the fireplace and all the beams and lighting. It's so well done. I mean, this was done in the 80s and it's just so timeless. And Lydia's gonna show us our favorite space here at night. I mean, it just holds up so well.
I mean, this is crazy, just looking downstairs and seeing all the different crescent shapes. I've never seen this before in any of the houses we've toured. And what's even crazier is tonight we have a crescent moon.
Yeah, I mean, like, what are the chances that we're staying in the moon house and all these crescent shapes and we literally have it outside these windows?
I know, it's so cool.
And stargazing tonight's gonna be top notch.
It's so clear at night, no light pollution, It's beautiful.